What does it mean to you to be a badass? To be a badass bitch?
Calling all women on planet Earth. I'm coming down to help you wake the heck up. Let's go, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Happiness from Within. We're going to be talking about today 100 sparks to find your badass you when coming out of the dark night of the soul. I truly hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. So my name is Jeanette Prado. I am the host of Happiness from Within. The mission here is to touch people's hearts and souls at a very deep level through interviews and to empower you to find that happiness from within. Let's go over the first one. Let's talk about getting the spark back, 100 reasons. This is going to be a 4-part series. So today is part one. Part one. Okay, so the first one is the feeling of being a badass. First question I want you to ask yourself is, what does that mean to you? What is your intention of watching this? What do you want to get out of this? What does it mean to you to be a badass? To be a badass bitch. First, ask yourself that. To be a badass is to be in alignment with yourself. To be in alignment with yourself. That's what it means to me. There's no right or wrong answer. But I would love to hear down in the comments, what does it mean to be a badass? You incredible, sexy woman that you are. All right, so that's the first question. We're going to be talking about physical and immediate things that you can start doing to find this spark, this badass energy within yourself, okay? The feeling of a heavy bass line vibrating in your chest. Okay, so the first one is asking that question, okay? But let's go ahead and jump into number one spark to finding your badass, okay? When you walk into a room, don't look down, keep eye contact. That is number one. Number two, ordering exactly what you want off the menu. Not ordering a salad because you're trying to prove like, oh, I need to lose weight or I need to stay skinny. You order what you want off the menu and you be yourself. How about that? Okay, number three, blocking an energy vampire's phone number and feeling an instant sigh of relief. Has anybody ever gone through that? Maybe it's somebody you broke up with. Maybe it's somebody that just brought you negative energy. Maybe they said something bad and you just end up literally blocking them, deleting them. This is the energy of being in a badass, is because why would you want to hold on to that energy? You wouldn't, right? You wouldn't. You wouldn't want to stay with that energy because it's no longer serving you. Okay. All right, next one. Number four, putting the one jacket or pair of boots that makes you feel invincible. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. I love this jacket. This is my jacket that I love to use for podcast interviews because it makes me feel like a badass. For any of you guys interested in this type of badass energy, Sparkle Fashion. Sparkle Fashion, you can check her out. Okay. Deleting your ex's pictures off your phone to reclaim your storage space and peace of mind. That's number five. It's important that you don't hold on to that energy. It's interesting. People say, oh, well, I'm going to stay friends with this person. Why would you want to stay friends with that person? The reason they're your ex is because they're your ex. It's time to let them go. When I find my significant other and when I get married, I'm telling you, there's not going to be no such thing called as guy friends. I don't want my husband to have girlfriends. It's just, Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, that's just how I feel about the situation. Yes, there's such thing as, coworkers or professional relationships that you have, yes. But as far as like, oh, honey, I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriend. Nope, I don't think so. So again, everybody to their own, right? But if I'm gonna be committed to somebody when I do in the future, I'm number one on the list, right? He's number one on my list. So just think about that. Think about who you're giving your energy away to. One of the ones that is really can be really tough sometimes is family, right? Family. Maybe it's somebody you have to see once a year because of the holidays, right? Maybe you don't have to stay for very long, right? That one's a tough one. You kind of really just have to go within your heart and really ask yourself, like, where you put your limits for that, right? Okay. Number 7, cranking up your favorite song in the car and singing at the top of your lungs. Dear far. Oh, no. Celine Dion. But no, really, you guys, getting into the energy of being a badass, taking your life to the next level, it's really about that alignment. It's getting into that energy, right? I would love to hear what is your favorite song? What is your favorite song that you like to crank up on the radio or in the shower? Okay, number 8, taking a long hot shower and visualizing the old energy washing down the drain. This is one of my favorites. It's really incredible the things that you can actually manifest in the shower. I manifested the name of this podcast. Oops, wrong way. Happiness from within in the shower. It's because when you take a shower, that's exactly what's happening. You're letting go of the old, bringing in the new, right? Imagine something that you want, and you're literally imagine it in the shower, and then things that no longer serve you are going down the drain. I would love to hear if this has ever worked for you, or come back, save this video, come back to it, and I will love to hear. I truly would love to hear. Okay, number 9. Okay, this is my favorite. Celery juice first thing in the morning. For those of you that are new here, I've been following the medical medium protocols for the past 5 years, and celery juice has literally been a game changer. Anthony William literally wrote a whole book just on celery juice. Just on celery juice, you guys. It's amazing. So, celery juice first thing in the morning helps to set the hydraulic acid in the stomach. And it also helps to give you energy. It's going to help to start flushing out those toxins and everything that's in your liver. All right. Number 10. We're doing 25 today, okay? 25. Okay, number 10. Buying yourself the damn flowers instead of waiting for someone else to do it. Buy your own damn flowers. That is what I'm talking about. I love to go to Trader Joe's, especially when they have the spring flowers, and just pick out like some flowers for myself. Why not? Right? I would love to know, what kind of flowers do you like to buy for yourself? Are you a daisies gal? Are you a roses gal? What type of roses do you like? You don't have to wait for a man to buy you roses, to buy you flowers. Okay. All right. Number 11. When you're going to the store, walking with your shoulders and your back and chin up and having that confidence, even if you don't feel like it. It's good, right? Okay. Number 12. Throwing away old clothes that belong to a version of you that didn't love yourself. Woo! That's a really good one, right? I had I had somebody come over yesterday to help me clean my house because I just don't have the time to do it. I just do not have the time, and it was so liberating. And I gave this person some of my clothes that I had because they just don't fit me anymore. And she was so happy. She's like, "Yes, I'll take the dress and this other thing." So it was really not only a gift to myself, but it was a gift to her, right? Now she gets to enjoy the beautiful energy of that dress and a few other things that I gave her, right? Okay, the next one, number 13. Answering a text with a simple no without adding a paragraph of explanations. This is one of my favorites because, especially us women, we always feel like we have to explain ourselves, right? This comes from old wounding, old patterns of like people pleasing, right? So just like when you go to the gym to build a muscle, it's a habit, right? It's a habit, a muscle that you're building, right? So I challenge you the next time you want to say no to somebody, just say no. You don't need to explain yourself. You do not need to explain yourself. Okay. All right, beautiful soul. The next one. Let's see, I got my list here. Give me 1 second. Number 14. Okay. Yes. So water with lemon first thing in the morning, either before or after your celery juice. This is truly a game changer. Lemons are not bad for your teeth. You literally take water with lemon and you squeeze a lemon in there. Lemons actually have vitamins and minerals. It's really, truly amazing. Medical Medium has a whole podcast episode where he talks about lemons. His book, Life-Changing Foods, is amazing. He wrote 9 different books on helping humanity to reverse chronic illness. Or if you're just looking to better your health, definitely recommend the Medical Medium protocols to prevent sickness and illness. Truly amazing. I had a rare condition in my body, you guys, for 20 years. 10 of those years is really hard, really super hard. It was only 5 years ago I came to find out from my doctor. They're like, you no longer have this condition. Had my surgery in 2018, and I knew that this was going to be the last time. And then 2 years later after that, that's when I found Anthony Williams. Not too much after that, long after that. Okay. Yes, I love this one. So number 15, looking in the mirror and genuinely winking at yourself. Hey, Baba, you're looking good today. Truly, though. Okay. All right. Ready for the next one? Number 16. Putting on a bold lipstick, not just have it sit there in your drawer. So there's this particular lipstick that I have on. This is actually one of my favorites. And I love to wear it, especially when I do podcast episodes or if I'm going out. There are some days I don't always like to wear makeup, or I like to give my skin a room to breathe, but doing it for yourself, not for anybody else. Right? Find that color that you really, really love. Or maybe you like to do your brows, or maybe you like to put an eyeshadow. Maybe it's mascara, right? But if you like to wear makeup, just do it. Do it for yourself, not because of anybody else. All right. Number 16. Oh, this is 17, excuse me. Saying, I am not available for this conversation and walking away. I am not available for this conversation and walking away. That's how you protect your energy. This is the energy of stepping into your badass energy. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Number 18. Ah, this is a really good one. Realizing your skin is clearing up because you stop stressing over people who don't matter. That's a really good one. The root cause of acne is actually streptococcus. There's a whole episode that I did on that just recently, so you can check it out. But it's true. I mean, the reason strep can get activated is definitely because of stress. We talk about that in, again, the episode that I just did a few weeks ago. So please check it out if you're wanting to know how to heal and reverse your acne and get to the root cause, which is strep. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is a good one. So if you have a large bed, sleeping diagonally across a giant bed because it belongs to you. I love this one. I have a queen size bed. It's a pretty cool bed. I move around a lot sometimes if I'm not sleeping very good. On my side, I'll sleep upward. I typically like to sleep on my side. But yeah, sometimes I wake up, the covers are like on one side or the other, and I'm just like, it's my bed. Oh yeah, I love my bed. Okay, we're almost done, you guys, for today. Number 21, taking a deep breath and realizing your chest doesn't feel tight anymore. When you take 7 breaths, like if you're feeling anxious, sit down for a second and take 7 breaths. You breathe in through the nose very gently and out through the mouth. Good, 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 good. When you do this 7 times, you actually tell your nervous system that you are safe. So the next time you're feeling anxious, okay, or uptight, take a moment, take your left hand, put it on your chest, and literally take 7 breaths, and you can simply say, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. Okay, let's see here. We are on number 21. Rearranging your living room furniture to match your new vibe. This is what I'm talking about. I was sharing with you guys that I have somebody that comes to help me clean my house, right? Because I literally just don't have time, you guys. There's so much going on. Um, so we actually did do a rearrangement. It was a while ago, but it definitely shifts the energy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of feng shui, but definitely recommend for you to check out. That's like perfect example of they talk about, like for example, don't sleep by a mirror. I'm not a feng shui specialist, just Google it. I'm sure you can find some credible videos on whatever platform you're on, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, but yeah, you can find some really cool stuff. Articles, blogs. Find a feng shui specialist and see what they have to say. But feng shui is all about basically moving the energy in your house, to match your vibe. And it really does start to shift things. Okay. Number, which one were we on? 22? Yeah. Walking barefoot in the grass just to feel connected to the earth. This one is one of my favorites to connecting with your badass energy when coming out of the dark night of the soul because you guys, we weren't actually meant to wear shoes. Did you guys know that? Back in the days, like that's what we did. We walked around barefoot, right? And then shoes were invented basically to well, I mean, yeah, to protect our feet. I mean, I believe it was, to take people away from their connection to Mother Earth, right? Why do you think babies don't like to wear shoes? Because obviously when they're born, they're a pure soul, right? But it's interesting when you observe a baby, they don't like to wear shoes. And the reason for that is because they're connected to Mother Earth more than we are. So put your feet in the earth. Even just 5 minutes is so healing. Literally, like if you're feeling stressed, if you have like a grassy area by your work, by your house, go outside and put your feet in the earth. Truly, truly healing. You know what's even more healing? If you put your hand up against a tree and you have your feet in the earth, it's a game changer. Truly a game changer. Okay, this one's fun. I am number 23. Stretching your arms out wide first thing in the morning to claim your space. I mean, it's just nice to stretch anyway because you've been laying down for what, like, number 8. hours, 7 hours, right? One thing that I love to do when I wake up is I actually love to go into the child's pose first thing when I wake up. Put my head straight down. Something really magical about putting your third eye right on the yoga mat and just putting my hands straight up, down, and just allowing my back to stretch. It helps me to really ground myself, even just a few minutes. Few minutes. All right, number 24. That sounds really funny. Wearing matching underwear just for your eyes. This is so funny. Yeah, why not, right? But yeah, wear underwear that are your vibe, right? I like to wear different colors. But yeah, why not? Right? Why not? Okay. Number 24. Wearing matching. Oh, we did that one. Leaving the party earlier because your couch is calling your name. Yeah, I mean, the biggest message that I have about this one is just like if you are at a party, I don't go to parties anymore. That I did that when I was younger, but anyways, if you're at an event and you feel you want to go early because you're just done, you're not there because you're trying to prove something to someone, you excuse yourself and you say, "I'm calling it a night, you guys." There's nothing wrong with that. Um, yeah, I mean, I get it, when you're out with your friends, it can be challenging to do that, but you got to honor your vessel. Honor your vessel. I say even if you're on a date and you're just not feeling the vibe, just be upfront. Just be like, you know what? This is it. I don't think this isn't gonna work. Why waste your time, right? Enjoy the date, but if you're just not feeling it, just say, I think we need to end this now. I'm just not feeling the vibe. That's you standing in your truth, standing in your power, standing in your essence, right? So, especially if you're somebody that's very intuitive and you just know, right? So it's been a long time since I've actually dated, but um I go live on TikTok every single day, so I read a lot of people's energies. But one of the things I can just tell you, like when I used to date back in the days, like it's not that I knew everything about the person, right? I'm not as intuitive now as I was then, but what I can tell you is that I'm pretty good at picking up somebody's vibes, and I'm just like, I knew that it just wasn't gonna work. I remember when I was dating, and actually when my knee was hurting, it was so crazy because I was just like, my friend was trying to challenge me to start dating. I was like, I'm trying to take care of my health right now. So anyway, I went on some dates and I remember this gentleman, he was like super sweet. He's like, I told him that I was having knee issues, right? And then he was like, well, do you want to go hiking tomorrow? I was like, I would love to, but I was like, my knee. I said, I have to get surgery here this next year. And so I don't know what the point of that, but I just told him straight up. I was like, no. I was like, I wish I could, but I was like, my knee. So anyway, that was just a weird example, but um but yeah, this is 25, you guys. The last one I wanted to add is just if you feel like painting your nails, paint your nails. This is a very neutral color, kind of actually matches. See how it's pink pink. But paint your nails not because somebody tells you to, but because you're doing it for yourself. Okay? So those are the 25 I have for today. We have three more. This is a four-part series. 100 ways to find your badass you when you're coming out of the dark night of the soul. I would love to know which one resonated with you. Save this video and come back to it. And I would love to hear how your energy has shifted this week, right? How is it that you're standing in your energy as your badass self? For those of you women, high level women that are looking to take your healing to the next level, I actually have an incredible program called 30 Days to a Badass You. It's basically a life-changing program because it's actually daily accountability directly with me. You get to work directly with me. to help you stand in your truth, stand in your power, stand in your essence, right? So what does it include? It includes daily accountability. Okay. So different exercises than this, but they are going to be completely different exercises that we're not discussing here. But checking in with you on a daily basis. Okay. We also have one call every week for 60 minutes. Okay. Where we're actually going to be going deeper into these protocols, right? We're going to start talking about how you can truly, as a goddess, start standing in your truth, standing in your power, standing in your essence, right? And seeing actual proof in your life, right? Here, we're just barely scratching the surface, right? If you're a woman that's been dealing with past wounding, trauma, right, we're going to start to basically imagine taking a bottle and you're shaking the bottle. We're going to start waking up that dormant dark night of the soul that's within you and help you to start waking up. Because it's time to wake the fuck up, you guys. This is the year 2026. This is the year of the horse. This is the year of the horse. Okay, not just the year of the horse, the year of the fire horse. Things are going to be happening much quicker than usual. We're already, right now, we're in the month of May, you guys. We're almost literally halfway through the year. Are you going to continue waiting around? Are you ready to take your life to the next level? So if it's something that resonates with you and you're truly ready to take your healing to the next level, I actually have an application below. I only work with about 1 to 2 women a month. Okay. I'm very selective of who I work with because this mentorship program is not for everybody. It's a very deep program to really help you to change your life. So if you're ready for that, you're ready to invest in yourself, check out the application below. Depending whatever platform you're on, you can also DM me the word mentorship. And I'd love to see if we're a good fit to work together. Well, beautiful souls, that is it for today. I want to wish you a wonderful, fabulous day. I will see you next week at the same time for part 2. Okay. Wishing you a wonderful, fabulous day, and I'll talk to you soon. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me to tap into your energy, stay connected, and continue to help you to find that happiness from within. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.